We're back. Number 7. Let's go. Okay, well at least, I mean, yeah, that day at the driving range, it was just non-contact after
I
non-contact.
need to do you a favor when that happens is go back to your basics.
Yeah.
Back to the 1, 2, 3. That simple play. Basically hinge, shift, swing. Keep it that simplistic. Been fading on you a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that was the second one there.
Okay. Set up again. So I'm going to sit here and take my hands, my fingers here, and put this next to my thumb. See the line I created?
Yeah.
That's my V.
Yep.
Where my V's pointing to right now when I set up.
Your shoulder blade.
Right shoulder, right collarbone.
Yep.
Where are your V's? Which is left hand V going to?
Oh,
Left cheek.
Yeah.
The left hand is a little weak. I need to strengthen it by turning it clockwise. Okay. See, remember the 2 dots?
Yep.
I bet you didn't see those 2 dots in the last swing.
Probably.
Show me those 2 dots and the same swing. It was a good swing, that we just didn't release it. A little better.
Yeah. Started in the path, but then still
That's
kind of.
good until we got over to here and. Aha. Okay. You gotta remember, my friend, I need you to do me a favor. Now, we're going to work on this at home for me. We're going to work 5 minutes a day.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a drill to do besides that, but I want you to watch the screen for me. You're coming to impact and you come down, you're in a nice position right there, and the back of the left hand is facing us, right? Facing the camera.
Yeah.
Same thing about Tiger, right about there, facing the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Tiger's left hand and right hand. So the left hand's on top. Watch how fast. Right now, it turns over there. So the right hand's already on top now.
Mm.
See how fast I turn over?
Yeah.
If you pull this over and you come through, and the left hand is still up on top there.
Yeah.
Take your rear for me.
I see what you're saying.
Take your rear. When you go forward here, well, now that left hand's on top. Where's that club? It's open. It's going to tell you to spin right. I need this to turn over here. Back in the left hand only. Left hand only. Other left.
Sorry.
If you take the club back at home, what you do here, grab a beer, put it in your right hand as you do this.
Okay. Okay.
And then from 2 minutes is gone. It's going to be 5 minutes, right, until the beer is gone. Watch your club face. Go to here. Watch your club face. Nice and square.
Right.
Swing through. See how you try to turn it. It was just a little late. And that means we're still here, and that ball is still going right. I need you to get supination. Right hand pronation, left hand supination.
Right.
Come down here, I need you to supinate. That's perfect. It's a little dry. Nice, but
Okay.
just a small one. Don't have to turn it much. Doesn't have much, but it's got to turn a little bit. If you don't, the club face. Gotta keep. That's why you just. I do it 15 or 100 times a day. I get home, crack a beer open the back on the deck, sit there and go out there and just practice turning the club
You
face.
can feel the difference just by doing this.
Well, it's hilarious.
Just turning.
I did it for about 20 minutes yesterday before I went out and played on the golf course. I didn't go to practice at all, warm up or anything, but
Yeah.
I did it at home. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it happened.
I don't question it. I just
He
ride
even
with
said,
it.
he goes, you're not, I don't even think about it, man. If it's working, just keep swinging. And he goes, you're not really focusing on it? I said, no, I'm just making sure to get over the ball, set up square, just make a good swing. That's it. I'm not thinking about too many other things or worrying about too many other things.
I do.
That's why I'm trying to get you to calm all that down. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Stop thinking so much and just make a good solid swing. Your path changed and the club pose. That was good. You squared the club. You squared it up nicely. Got a little draw with the path change on it. That's why it was more of a pull draw.
Right.
You went from a push fade to a pull draw.
I was trying to.
So the first one was right. Second one was left. Third one's gonna be right. No, it's like Goldilocks. The first one too hot. Second one too cold. Third one just right.
Yeah, we got invited to play Edgewood.
You ever played up there?
No, this will be the first time.
You're gonna love it.
So we got a room at the Hard Rock.
If you remember, it's up there to your
Elevation,
higher up.
yeah.
You're about 15%.
Yeah. So it's gonna fly more, right?
Oh, you can get a full club more.
Okay.
One full club.
So what you think come down a club?
If you're hitting, normally hit let's say an 8, you're hitting a 9 or even a pitching wedge.
Okay.
I mean, it's about one and a half clubs. 1 to 1.5 clubs
Wow.
when you get up there. They say 15% of the because the elevation change at that height, but yeah, you'll bomb some shots.
My buddy he's the driver. He can
Oh.
drive like 280, 290 fly.
No, but up there, you don't have to.
Yeah, that's it.
There was a whole, there was no more than
Yeah, I'm
that.
excited. This will be our first time like traveling and being able to play too, so that'll be fun.
It'd be cool. It still might be kind of cool up there, just a heads up.
Yeah.
It's not really warm yet. Okay, so now, I'm gonna do this and say, don't buy into this line here. It's your path. This line, if you look at this line in the partner, it's lining you up, it's gonna put you where? Right here.
Yeah.
That's where you're hitting to. Check your limit.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Sorry.
Whoops a daisy, because I'm usually saying the G.
Yeah. Now you got a line to hit at.
Now you actually have to do
I
something.
should put a fairway out there, I can put a green out there if you want me to hit.
No, it's fine.
No,
This
it's
is
like I'm
actually
saying, but
pretty-
if you were like to want to work on your driver, I might put a fairway out there instead of just hit off the same fairway over and over again and just working instead of getting to it. I want to make you see the fairway and make you have to tighten your thought process about keeping. You want to see this?
Yeah.
I come out of my shoes.
It's all open, yeah.
I pick up, if I'm looking at a certain place, like the right side of the fairway, that's all I see is the right side of the fairway. I don't see the center of the fairway, the right side, all I'm focused on is my 122.
That's me too. That's very true. But yeah, I could definitely use a little bit of driver assistance.
Oh, when you're warm, hit it, grab, pull it up. Path is greater than your bike's a real easy swing, you know that? And that's what we're talking about.
That's what I feel. I think it caught it a little underneath it too.
You got a little heavy.
Yeah.
Get your impact, you see the foot's coming off the ground right now, but right where you came off the ground, you cut the ground right there is your first contact.
Yeah.
You see where your knee is?
Mm.
And we want to be, I like you said, it need to be up here where it's more open the ball,
Right.
but very, very close. Good swing, brother. He's locked in, folks. Hold that driver, my friend, let you
Yeah.
go on.
Let's see. Pull it out. Okay. The thing that we need to work on the most. Driver.
When you come here, I'm gonna make sure the club face is square to the line. See the white line?
Oh, the wall. Okay.
Yeah, now I'll set up here with my feet just a degree or two to the right. So now when I come through and I square the club face back up to the target itself and I swing out the target, you can see the club face stays nice and square and
Yeah.
I go right down the middle. Do the same thing, come back square up to the target itself. Swing out to the right, you can see how the club face is slightly closed because the club face is actually facing
yeah.
the target.
Yeah.
Come back again, square up to the target again, this time I'm swing out to the left. Guess what? The club face is open because the club face is pointing to the target and that ball will move back slightly
Yeah.
left to right. And that's how you can draw or fade, but
Okay.
if you can square the club face to the target, that's our prime objective.
Okay.
You swing left, it's coming back to the right. You swing right, it's coming back to the left. You swing straight, it's going in. All three spots, we can go right to the target.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. See.
Slow it down a little bit. Try to jump on that ball from the top. And that's one reason why it's hard for you to get that weight transfer all the way over there. So the secret is, especially on the driver, you put a guy in here, he's okay, he's a pretty decent pro. So watch him do right for this. So here's Tiger, there's your setter is playing. You'll notice when he takes that club up, right dead on plane, and then get to the above. And at this point, I cannot start to jump on it. You'll see his left leg, weights on his right foot, his left leg will straighten out. We'll
Yeah.
symbolize his weight transitioning.
Right.
He lets the club drop. He doesn't swing, he just drops it. So right back down on the plane, left arm, shaft, still 90 degrees. You notice how his right heel's starting to come off the ground. See, his weight's already on his left side.
Yeah.
Now, he'll accelerate all the way through, and now he'll lift his head up and rotate.
Okay.
So the top of the swing is not trying to attack it. We're going to drop it down to a weight's on our left foot, and we feel that weight on that left side, and then I can work through.
Okay.
Feel that big hard turn you made?
Yeah.
Unnecessary with the driver. You find your driver's swing, you have a very small turn compared to, like, say, a wedge or an iron. Smaller club, bigger turn, bigger club, smaller turn. So I'm not going to feel like I have to turn so much.
Okay.
Or swing through so much. You remember when I showed you Tiger, right?
Yeah.
How much did he actually turn after he hit that ball?
Not much.
Exactly. Swung through, and then all he's doing is staying down as far as he can until he gets there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because here's the secret here. He's
So
gonna swing
I'm
through.
turning a lot. Then.
You're at an impact. Watch this. He's going to swing through. Watch his head. So he's swinging out.
Yeah.
Now he'll lift and turn. Exactly.
Okay.
Just don't hurry. Don't rush it. Okay? Stay down. Almost like
Can I see what I'm doing? Can I replay my swing really quickly? I just kind of want to see it.
So you stood up there?
Yeah.
Right there. If I got you right to here, and you did this to your ear, stay on that line for me, please. Don't stand up to it. When I get up to here, good. You're good. We're good. We come down here, right here. See yourself staying up right to the back there. Boom. Not much, but that little bit of popping up is why you keep maintaining to hit the top half of the ball or top of the ball. We're coming up a little bit.
Okay.
We better
Stay
go.
down on the ball.
Exactly. Well, how's this? You do with your irons, right? The only thing here, you got to understand, I'm on my left foot when I'm swinging. So I'm not hitting off my back foot, I'm just getting my weight forward and going forward and through it as I'm hitting this.
Right.
I feel like I'm sitting back.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely felt that on that last
Well,
one.
we stood up just a bit there, and a little pop up just a hair, so we can't have a big issue or effect on your impact.
Yeah. This has been my driver for the last couple weeks.
Right there, if we go back to the top here, you go this on the left screen, and this has been your upper body moving too soon. So here I have to let the hands drop down, let the elbow come to right up to the right hip, and let the hands drop back down. So when you start to swing, I'm back inside the playing line. When you start your swing, you're going to turn right away, and the club's going to come right back over the top on you. That's why
I'm
it's
coming
around
over
first.
the top
Yeah.
like crazy.
Because you're at the top of swing, you're not taking the time to shift first before you start your swing. You're shifting and turning at the same time.
Okay.
That makes sense. When we talked about this, I think 2 lessons ago,
Yeah.
we did the same thing where the weight shift is just a shift. I'm not turning as I shift, because if I get to here, top of my swing, I'm on my hip, not just, I'm on my hip and I shift forward, I'm on my hip, I can swing inside the outside, beautiful. If I get to here, and shift my weight, I'm already turning, that club is already moving outside. There's nothing you can do about it. Outside in.
Got it. So technically, like, you have to be coming down first and then start to turn.
That's why we want to let you feel like you drop your hands a little bit. That way you don't start up here. If you shift, you can let it come down, back onto here, and that's when you can start your attack.
That's that one lesson where you said where it clicks right here, and then you can start turning.
Right when you get those foot tuck, boom, you're there, attack. But you've
Okay.
got to let it come down to that spot. We don't start attacking from the top until we get to that
So
spot.
just as like a practice swing. So technically, I'm like doing this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see
This.
the ball. Top of the swing, stop. Up. Shift your weight. Down here. This is where you start your acceleration.
Okay.
You cannot start from the top. If you do, you can roll for it. Drop it down, that's where you start the acceleration, then you go after it from there.
Okay.
If you're starting from the top, you gotta pull at the top and come across the bottom.
Okay. Is there a way to like tell yourself to not like go out, but then come back like this, right? Is to keep this elbow towards your chest.
If you come out here and lift your hands up, the elbow's gonna come off the body.
Yeah.
You know, big separate.
Right.
If you get back to that same spot, instead of lifting your hands up and just keep rotating, the elbow will stay there the whole time. You're going to
Okay.
the whole time.
So then I'm using my upper body instead of using my waist to
And
twist
Titus,
the body.
instead of this next one, instead of feeling like you get to here and then lifting your hands up to bring it up, I want you to feel like you just rotate the whole time to bring it up.
Okay.
It will stay much tighter for you.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Go up and come down. One more time, please. Just like that. Easy up, easy down. Take a look at this. See if you got that thing up here, come down. Nope, I'll go back down to plane. Now I can move a swing inside to outside. Much better. See, you actually let that elbow come down. Once your elbow comes down to the right hip, perfect. That's where you can start your acceleration.
Okay.
See the difference there?
Yeah.
So instead of coming down this way, your club came down, and it came
And
down.
it came around. Okay.
Down there, came down. Anytime you come below it, it helps you swing inside the outside. Anytime you come down above it, you're going right back that same direction. So when it comes like that, it tells you the club face is open, correct?
Yep.
That tells you that the hands with this driver
The stealth is coming out.
the hands forward. I can pull those hands forward like I do with an iron to come into it, because that means that once the club handle passes my Johnson,
It's gonna be open.
and there's no way from here I can close it in time.
Yeah.
I'm already too far in front. I want to feel like I set up with the clubs at my left heel, while the club comes back, my belt buckle will be slightly behind the ball. And I take that swing, I'll take the little long, I'll make sure I shift a little bit first, and then I'll come down and stay behind it still. Let it square up as I go out. I haven't even gone forward yet. And now I'm going to go make that move and get all the way forward and finish up on my left side.
Okay.
All my waist going forward.
Okay.
I don't want to feel like I'm trying to get to here and turn so fast. I feel like you want to get that club head to go out as far as it can. I'm going to control the club face so I can tell which way to go.
Right.
If I go out, the club's like this, guess where it's going to go?
Right.
I do the same thing and let that club face turn over. I'll hit one drop.
Yeah.
Now left hand making this rotation over.
Okay.
You've got to get used to it. Have it just, best way I'll say it is just happening on its own.
Right.
We're good swing, we're a little too high. That launch angle is way too high.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to feel like you shouldn't lift up. I want you to feel like you swing throughout. Go throughout and let it bring you up.
Okay.
I'm trying to help it up, but don't feel because that launch angle is 42 degrees. Hit it right down the line, my friend, dead straight. 42 degrees, and then what's got to happen is that right hand's got to rotate. The left hand's got to rotate. You got to turn that club face back and square it up.
Okay.
Hardest thing to do, take a practice swing. Greatest way for me to think of it is here. Remember when I tell you don't flip it? Don't get to here and let the club swing past you with the irons?
Yeah.
I need you to flip this one. I need you to get to here. As you come down, right there's your release part. Come down, the hand slows down. As the club head swings by me, squares up nicely, right?
Okay.
Hands are behind the ball.
Yeah.
Release, go out, hit it up to the right, up the draw, it's perfect. What you're doing is you're allowing this to come down, and his hands are just pulling too far forward. And you're
Yeah.
just way back here. I think from here, I
Yeah.
get that club square, ain't no chance.
No chance.
I get to here, now it's turning and get that club swinging past me.
Okay.
So
I
my
see.
hands, I'm slowing my hand down to swing that club past me. I'm flipping on purpose, if you want to call it that way, but it's not. It's not a flip. It's
No,
not accepting when you have a driver.
Because most of the time I'm hitting like this then, right?
Correct. The hands cannot be out front because you swing the club basically past your hands to impact.
Okay.
Good swing, actually. I'm gonna ask you to stay down in your posture a little longer. You don't feel like you pop up.
Okay.
A few minutes ago about staying down. Swing through, maintain your posture as best you can.
Okay. I lifted up on that like before.
Right,
I let
it's
go.
not your head going up, it's your posture. You stood up. So you lost that nice bend in your shoulders when you get the impact and pull up. I want you to feel like you drive through and stay down. So the right shoulder can tilt.
And bring you up.
So it'll bring you up when it comes time.
Okay.
You don't have to pop and say, hey, I have to come up and be helped. I have to make sure I come up. No. Trust me, you make a full swing, you'll be right to here. See the shoulder brought me right up, but
Yeah.
we'll find it.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to come up, it brought me up at the right time. At impact, get back in impact, and stop. Swing through. Yeah, the hand's got to keep turning over there.
Okay.
You can't stop at impact. You get impact and you go, I can stop turning my hands down.
Okay.
No, even after impact, the ball's gone, your hands are still
Still
rotating
turning.
over, okay?
Okay.
Getting that right hand on top. Good. No, you can quite get over it. Got a little fade, I see? Yep. Just a slight fade still. So what happens
Because I was
if you
so
swing out to, watch
concentrated.
this. I want you to swing out to right field for me, right at the center line. And I want you to turn this over the moment your hands start coming down. The moment you start coming down, so your hands are already starting to turn over.
Okay.
Start it right at the center line.
So at this point then.
Yeah, higher up. You need to do it by your ear. Wherever, how big your
Okay.
backswing is, the moment you start down, hit it to right at the center line and release it as early as you can. Just for shits and giggles, okay? Sorry, it's an old tire scene.
No, it's okay. My mom says that a lot.
Okay, but you hit that. You popped it up way too high, but look at your side split.
What is that? Oh. 48.
146 left. So left side split is going to drop. Hit it way too high.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, try not to have so much tilt to the right. You want to tilt to the right, but you have too much tilt. You want about 11 degrees, you get about 18 degrees.
Okay.
Or a little too much tilt to the right.
Okay. Another pop-up. Yeah, at the sim, I was doing this the whole time.
Well, that's because you come over the top, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
From here, what
That's
you
because I'm
gotta
doing
do-
this, right?
Right there, you've got to let those hands drop to back down. And the first thing you do is turn.
Yeah.
And the first move, you want to see a butt ugly swing?
Right there.
I can get you one better. Watch that camera.
Oh, sorry.
Get back first. For one, you can see how I'm set up behind the ball. Head and hands are behind the club and the ball where it's up my stance. My shaft wing is going where? Back a little bit. Not
Yeah.
forward, put my hands forward. But that's going to want me to hit it to the right. Center line.
So should your club angle be like straighter?
What do you mean?
I mean, like this one right here. Is this a bad line?
No, I want it back a
Okay.
little bit. I want it behind it.
Okay.
I'm trying to set it behind it and stay behind it. If you get neutral or forward, you're promoting that ball to go right already at setup. So
Okay.
I'm going to take a very long backswing, very short, very low, long backswing. That's why I take it below the plane and get back up on the plane, okay? And then I pick it up way above plane. First move is doing the weight shift coming over here, but watch your hands. When I shift my weight, where's the club coming?
Yeah.
Back down on the plane, and now if I can drop it below plane and swing inside, outside, to my target, up to the right there, before I make my big turn and come back around. Most of us want to turn with them. So on the right screen, hips are behind the ball, the hips will come back on top of the ball, then you hear the turn clearing your hips, and the hips will turn in front of that golf ball a little bit. From here, all the way out to here, how much is my lower body firing and rotating? Not much.
Not much.
Yeah, it should slow down a little bit so the club can swing out. Until I get out there, then I can keep it rotating and finish and get all the way forward here.
So this one is a lot more your waist and upper body doing a lot of the, like,
You've driven through impact already, okay? The club rips through. The moment the club goes through, bang, now the hips and the shoulders can turn behind the club head. But if your body is turning in front of the club head, you're getting out in front of you. You're rotating too fast.
right.
The club's going to be open and you're going to continuously hit to the right.
Okay.
That's why you have to continue to say, keep your head and your hands behind the ball. Start at impact, we come down and come through. See your hands are forward there?
Yeah.
Your hands cannot go past your Johnson. Take the grip from you. Your hands get down to your Johnson, that club's already going to be by you. So the club goes by you, you're swinging your hands still. You still want to pull your hands forward.
Yeah.
Okay, to start swinging that forward.
Okay.
So when I swing that,
Gotcha. Okay.
see, I'm not swinging my hands. My hands are barely moving, but the club's going way from behind me. My hands only go from here to here, but the club's going way. I'm swinging that.
Okay.
Stop swinging these.
Got it. Okay.
The body wants to turn faster than the club. That's all.
And I can't, like, I don't understand.
No ball. I want you to do something. Watch this first. You get the impact, and right here, I'm turning so hard. See how fast that club comes over the top?
Yeah.
All right, so this time, I want you to take the club, turn it around for me. You're not going to hit a ball. Grab it that in like this. Okay?
Okay.
Don't hit the ground, but swing through right here and do some practice with this.
Okay.
You feel no weight there. There you go. Don't have to hit the ground. Watch this. That first one you did. I didn't do anything. Watch the first one you did. It picked up by itself. Watch this. Left screen. Okay. You get up to here. On plane. You didn't go up quite as high. Here comes your body, so the club comes where?
Oh shit.
And then rips through, right to the target, and then turn. So do it again. Get
Why
to the
can't I
top
do
there.
that with the other way around?
I just comes down right here. Your first with your weight shift, the body club comes down, so the elbow comes down, back on the
See,
plane.
why am I not turning so much with that?
Right, you swing through, right to the target. And like I said, look at the right screen. Now lift and rotate, because there's no weight on there. I turn around, there's 14 ounces of weight, and that's a big, thick weight. Swing the weight. Swing the head of the club. There's no weight here, that's why it goes so effortlessly. So a little resistance, 14 ounce of resistance there. We start swinging our hands and our body. Swing the weight and don't be late.
Okay.
Stupid poem, I know. So you remember it.
Okay. That's insane that it just changed completely in that one little.
Because there's no weight at the end now. So now my hands aren't trying to do all the work because there's nothing at the end. So I'm swinging the end of the end of the stick, right? Swing the end of the stick still. It's got 14 ounces of weight down there, great, but swing the head of the club. Remember the title of my thesis, swing the damn head, the club head. Swing the damn club head. Thank you.
Oh, it felt a little nicer.
240 left side of the fairway, I'm not going to argue. That time you want to lay, look at the shot shape.
Yeah.
Balls went forward because the club head went through first, not your hands.
Yeah.
The club head got through first. Swing the damn club head, right?
Yeah.
I can live with it, but your body was moving a little faster than it needs to be. Think of it this way.
Yeah, I was quick. That
How's
was a
it?
very.
Your body has to move from here. That's your backswing. That's your full swing.
Right.
How far is that club going? A lot longer, doesn't it?
Right.
Your body cannot move as fast if you.